I think it's gonna be one of those weird injuries where it's like.
But yeah, I feel good, and just going day by day.
No, she didn't participate in everything. She's still working her way.
There's just no way to get fully right without taking a huge chunk of time off.
She looks like she's kind of jogging around okay.
And be close to the 100% version of herself, because I don't know if she's going to be 100% the rest of the season.
Caitlin Clark just delivered a significant and sobering update on her injury status. And if anyone thought she was simply going to bounce back without missing a beat, think again. While she's managed to return to the court, participating in team practices and maintaining her usual openness with the media, it's become increasingly clear that she's still carrying the weight of this injury every single day. The pain hasn't magically disappeared. It's not some surface level bruise or a short-term tweak that she can simply tape up and forget about. This is an ongoing, deeply felt challenge. Clark is playing through discomfort to discomfort that has become part of her daily life, both on and off the court, even as she suits up and competes. You can see it in her movements, in her post-game remarks, in the careful way she manages her workload. She's not back at 100%, she knows it. Her coaches know it, the fans can sense it. But despite the persistent pain, she's refusing to sit this out. This isn't the story of a player who's fully healed and ready to dominate without restriction. This is the story of an athlete who's choosing to fight through it, to gut it out, to show up for her team and her fans even when her body isn't fully cooperating. That takes a level of mental toughness and resilience that's often overlooked. It's not about playing hurt to prove a point, it's about commitment, leadership, and the relentless will to compete. The road to full recovery isn't a straight line. It's frustrating, it's slow, and some days likely feel like she's taking 2 steps forward and 1 painful step back. Clark's journey isn't just about scoring points or winning games right now, it's about managing her health smartly enough to sustain her impact over the long term. For now, the battle continues. She's navigating a tricky balance, pushing herself hard enough to stay competitive, but protecting herself enough to avoid making things worse. It's a daily grind. But if there's one thing Caitlin Clark has proven over and over again, it's that she's built for this kind of fight. The season rolls on, but so does the quiet, grueling war she's waging with her own body, and like everything else in her career so far, she's meeting it head on.
Yeah, I feel good. I'm going to be day to day from here on out, and doing everything I can to put myself in a position to play the next game every single time.
No, she didn't participate in everything. She's still working her way.
There's just no way to get fully right without taking a huge chunk of time off.
It's becoming increasingly clear that Caitlin Clark's injury might be far more complex than originally diagnosed. Initially, the MRI pointed to a quad strain, which seemed like a straightforward issue, something manageable with rest, treatment, and time. But even after she was medically cleared to return, it was obvious something still wasn't right. She didn't move with her usual ease, and there were lingering signs of discomfort that didn't align with a fully healed quad. Now, there's growing speculation that the true source of her pain might not be the quad at all, but rather a pinched nerve possibly located in her hip that could be sending pain signals throughout her leg and groin while also putting excessive strain on her quad muscle. If that's the case, it would neatly explain why the pain has persisted despite targeted rehab, and why the issue keeps resurfacing under physical stress. This lingering uncertainty has put Clark and her medical team in a difficult position, stuck in a cycle of managing symptoms without fully solving the underlying problem. It paints a picture of an athlete who, though she's back on the court and giving her all, is still very much fighting an invisible battle every single day, a battle against pain, against incomplete answers, and against the slow, frustrating wait for real clarity. The fact that she's still performing at a high level through all of this is a testament to her resilience. But it's also a sobering reminder that she's not out of the woods, not yet, and maybe not anytime soon.
I think it's going to be diagnosed just like her quads, just like obviously the MRI showed us quad strain and then it was okay and she still seemed like there was something wrong. I don't think they know what's wrong with her. I think it's one of those I think it's going to be one of those weird injuries where it's like it'll be found out that it's like as I've said, I think it could very well be a pinched nerve that is just causing all the problems in her leg. Something like a pinched nerve in her hip, which is causing groin pain, which is what caused extra stress on her quad.
Yeah, I feel good, but I'm going to be day to day from here on out. Just taking it one step at a time and doing everything I can to put myself in the best position to play in the next game. That's always my focus. I want to be available for my team every single time we step on the court. And I'm working closely with the medical staff to make sure I'm doing everything possible to get my body right and keep moving forward. Caitlin Clark's own words provide a window into the reality of her situation. While she might genuinely feel good in moments, that doesn't mean she's fully healed. Her day-to-day status is far from a casual throwaway phrase. It's a clear indicator that her body is still in the process of healing, that she's still managing pain, and that her return to peak condition is an ongoing journey, not something that can be rushed or assumed. Every game she plays is now part of a delicate balancing act, pushing herself to compete at the highest level while carefully monitoring her recovery, working tirelessly with the medical staff to stay just healthy enough to suit up. The phrase day-to-day carries more weight than it seems. It speaks to the uncertainty, the vigilance, and the mental grind of knowing that every morning might feel different. Every game might test her limits, and every step forward could bring a step back if she's not careful. What stands out most is her resilience and her determination, not just to play through the pain, but to be consistently available for her team, to lead from the front even while she quietly battles the lingering effects of her injury. It's a testament to her toughness, her work ethic, and her refusal to let setbacks define her season. Even though she's showing up and delivering, this journey isn't over. It's a hard, patient fight that she's waging day after day, game after game, and she's not letting up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. I'm going to be day to day from here on out, and doing everything I can to put myself in a position to play the next game every single time. You know, that's always my goal, is to be available for the next game, and doing everything I can with the medical staff to be able to get my body right, to be able to do that. And but yeah, I feel good, and you know, just going day by day.
Yesterday, Caitlin Clark herself addressed the situation with a level of honesty that caught the attention of fans and analysts alike. She said plainly, "This is not a thing that's going to just get better this season. It's about how it's managed." Those words carry serious weight, because they reveal that what she's dealing with isn't just a temporary setback. It's a long-term, ongoing issue that she's going to have to navigate carefully for the rest of the season. She's not looking at a quick fix. There's no magical treatment or sudden recovery window on the horizon. Instead, she's stepping into the reality that this injury, and likely the pain that comes with it, is something she will have to live with, manage, and fight through every single day until the season is over. One media analyst took Clark's statement a step further, interpreting it from a broader, more long-term perspective. He suggested that Clark's situation might not just be about this season. It could be a sign of nagging, persistent injuries that will require extended rest, possibly even an off-season to properly heal. There's a growing sense that without taking a substantial chunk of time off, there's simply no way for her to get fully right. The analyst's interpretation isn't about creating panic. It's about reading between the lines and acknowledging that Clark herself has essentially confirmed this is not going to be resolved in a matter of days or weeks. It's a battle she's going to carry with her for the foreseeable future. This perfectly reinforces the deeper message. Caitlin Clark is still suffering. Despite her toughness, despite her competitive fire, despite her refusal to sit out games, she's not operating at full strength. She's gutting it out, game after game, knowing full well that the pain is going to linger. This isn't just an isolated injury that will fade quietly in the background. It's something that's shaping how she prepares, how she plays, and how she balances her minutes and workload. Her comments, when taken seriously, show a mature understanding of her situation. She's not naive about her body. She's fully aware that what she's facing is about management, not elimination. The fact that she's willing to be that candid, to publicly admit that this injury isn't going away anytime soon, speaks volumes about her grit, but also highlights the very real challenges she's navigating behind the scenes. The analyst's takeaway is sobering but honest. This is a chronic issue now, something that will shadow her for the rest of the season and perhaps beyond, unless she eventually takes the significant time off that her body likely needs. All of this points back to the core truth: Caitlin Clark is still suffering. The all-star votes, the highlight plays, the packed arenas, they don't erase the fact that she's competing while managing something painful and persistent. Her battle isn't over, and her willingness to carry that burden just to be on the floor is yet another testament to her resilience. But it's also a reminder that she's far from fully healed.